You're so serious. Okay, guys. So you hopefully have watched Chris's recipe for Mexican street corn.
The greatest recipe for Mexican street corn.
Yes. I can't tell you enough how many comments, positive obviously, that we get from friends and family constantly. Every time we have a cookout, this is the one thing that everybody asks for. But we wanted to kind of share some things that we decided we wanted to try with the Mexican street corn. So we were kind of brainstorming one day on the things that we could do, and we wanted to share them with you. So make the street corn. Make the amount that Chris makes every time. He loves to overdo it, but that's a good thing in this case.
Because people always want to take it home and have it later, whatever. So
it's okay, especially in this case.
We came up with some ideas that we could do with the leftovers, and we were going to put them all in one video, and then realized it was going to be like a 30-minute video. And we realized you guys don't really want to watch a 30-minute video unless it's like, the Outer Banks or something on Netflix. So, which I hate that show.
Don't get started.
Anyway, so we thought we would we took the leftovers, and I made 3 things. I took the Italian bread that you get at Walmart for like $1. So I bought one of them, cut it in half. Then I covered it in butter each side, and then granulated garlic, and then I took the leftover street corn and put it on top of it, and then I covered it one side with mozzarella cheese and the other side with pepper jack cheese, and then baked it in the oven at 350 for like 20 minutes. It might have been 10 minutes. And just made like a cheesy corn garlic bread.
Yeah, basically you're just reheating that corn
and it was delicious.
Crisping up your bread.
Yeah.
And it was a winner
so
for sure.
Good.
Yes.
So good. So you can make that as an appetizer. I also made a jalapeno cilantro ranch.
For those of you that love ranch, there's an oven. For those of you that love ranch, you're gonna love this one. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do 1 jalapeno because I don't want it too hot for the wife. So we're going to do 1 jalapeno.
The wife thanks you.
Yes. We're going to do basically 1 head of cilantro.
What's that measurement?
That's going to be a cup of ranch. All right. Now we taste and see if everything's bad on there.
And it was really good on there as well. And then the next thing I did was just your regular cheap, like 75-cent box of Jiffy cornbread. Made the cornbread exactly to the instructions on the back. And then I added probably 2 cups of the street corn to the cornbread batter. Mixed it up.
He also added some sugar because we are huge sweet cornbread fans.
Yes,
so
I added about 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Mixed it all up.
Sorry.
Dogs. Quit. Mixed it all up, put it in a baking dish, and baked it, and it was just...
This was phenomenal.
The sweetest Mexican... just...
Yeah, this was amazing.
I'm assuming everyone's had Mexican cornbread before where there's just like some diced peppers and chilies and things in there. This took it to a whole new level.
It did. And I honestly, I think we will do it again. But I think I would like to do muffins. I think I said this to you when we were trying it because I just like the crunchy edges. So, when you put it in a baking dish, you don't get as many of the crunchy edges as you do with a muffin.
Yeah.
And it would be easier to serve to a crowd if that's what you wanted to do. But we will definitely make that again.
This was really, really good.
Yeah.
Our son Cameron, he took a bite and he said, "Oh my God, this is the best cornbread I've ever had." So that means a lot. And then the third thing we did was, I'm sure everybody's been to Cheesecake Factory or a place that has the fried mac and cheese balls.
Or the fair.
Yeah. And Debbie was like, "Why don't you do fried balls with the street corn?" And I was like, "Oh.
That's a good idea. Look at that."
Yeah. So basically you do it just like you do the mac and cheese. So you spread it out on a baking dish, and then you cover it with plastic wrap, and you want to press the plastic wrap down over top of it so that the air doesn't get to it and form a crust. Put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then take it out the next day, roll it into your balls. I made balls about the size of tennis balls. Next time I'll make them a little bit smaller. But once you form them into balls, then you put them back on your baking dish, put it in the freezer for 2-3 hours, because you want them to set up good and hard. And then you just take them and you do your egg wash. So you take them out, you roll them in flour, then you roll them in your egg wash, then you roll them in your panko, and then you put them in some vegetable oil at 350 degrees, and you fry them. They took maybe 2-3 minutes
Yeah, they didn't
each.
take long at all. And if you go smaller, they'll take even less time.
Yeah. And they were amazing, especially
Yes.
with that jalapeno cilantro ranch sauce.
Yes.
We've got pictures of everything, but all three of them things ended up just being absolutely excellent. We had never done them before, but we had some ideas, and so glad we tried it. And we will definitely be doing them all again. Next time someone asks me, to make some cornbread, I'm going to be doing this cornbread because it was phenomenal. So.
What do you think your favorite of the three was? I know it's hard because they were all three very different.
I think probably the fried balls were probably my favorite, but I'll definitely make them smaller next time. But I really like bread. So just that Italian bread with the corn and cheese on it dipped in ranch was really good. But I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Yours was the cornbread without a doubt, right?
I think so, just because I'm a huge cornbread fan. It was simple. It's something that a lot of people are going to make anyway. And I think this just takes it up a notch. There's obviously more steps in the fried elote balls that we made. So if you have the time, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, those were definitely more labor intensive. The other two things we made, super simple.
And the other thing is, I would say with the bread, experiment with different cheeses, because I will tell you, when we tried it, I couldn't really tell the difference between the mozzarella and pepper jack. There was a distinct taste difference, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't point out, hey, this is mozzarella versus this, because the corn is really all that you needed on that bread. And it was just really good. And I think you could probably use Texas toast. You could probably use whatever you wanted. We just thought, hey, if it's, $1 loaf of bread is worth trying this to see if we like it. So, again, it all starts with that Mexican street corn. So if you haven't watched that video, the recipe is in the description, and it's just phenomenal, and we highly recommend it.
It's so simple to make. It's basically a one-pot dish.
Yeah.
And I don't measure a whole lot of things. I just estimate, and I season things to the way I like it to taste. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment or send us an email. And I don't know. It's good.
I mean, I think with the Mexican street corn recipe too, if you're a huge fan of, the feta that we put on top, put on more. If you're a huge fan of the cotija cheese, use more than what we used. I don't think you can really ruin it.
Yeah,
if you add just a little bit more of whatever.
And I make this corn not just when we have taco night.
Right.
If I'm smoking a brisket or a pork butt and need sides, it goes great with that. I mean, you don't have to be having Mexican night to make this. You can make it as a side for anything, and people are going to love it.
And I think the night that we made it, we ended up having street corn bread, street corn balls, and street cornbread. So, I think you made the comment at the time you felt vegan.
Yeah, felt like a vegan.
Not at all.
So, anyway, hopefully this explains and clears things up to the video that is running along with this. We were just trying to prevent the video from being 30 minutes, showing you step by step how we made everything. So please feel free to comment, ask any questions, or if you have an idea of other things we can do with this corn, please let us know and we'll try it.
And if you have a street corn recipe you'd like to share with us, we'd love to try it.
Yeah, absolutely. So please like, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.